your boy, Soggy Planeswalker, and we're here to take a look at another booster pack opening. Yeah. So let me go make my hands big and come on to behind the camera. Shoom! Now let's get this important down at the booster opening floor to take a look at something to celebrate episode 400 of Soggy Opens. It's the rare, never before seen, only known in legend, 100 card booster pack. These things been kicking around production for a good long time, but many people have said their uncle saw them and none of them saw them because I got the first one. This here's a Soggy original. 100 trading cards by the Pristine run. That was a rumored Magic the Gathering MTG to the Hardcores run that never really made it out into production due to some kind of Richard Garfield calamity that happened between him and Jimmy Pristine, who run the Pristine Company. So this is a very rare booster pack. Anyone who gets one of these, the 2 or 3 other collectors I know who've gotten these things, they don't even open them because they're so gem mint. You can tell right here, like these creases, they all match the crease pattern of the Gem Mint Pristine 100 Trading Card Booster Pack, the legendary booster pack. But we're gonna take good care of this. We gotta see what's inside of here. But don't worry, I'm gonna make sure this booster stays in minty mint condition. We're gonna use the Soggy technique to slice an invisible line right down through the clear sheets of the boosters, so no one will even know we opened this. Like it's a secret to all of my fellow MTGers out there. You do this, you can reseal and resell this for a pretty penny. Get these cards out. That's the left stack. Need to make one more incision to remove the right stack. Here we go. Now this booster pack, we want to keep it nice and minty sealed so no one will know that we cut it open. So just make sure you put it over on the side here where no one can see what's happening. And we will begin the unboxing now from the right stack. Let's see, this opens up with a common. As everyone knows, they stack these so you can't see from either side what's going on. But the first common we're gonna pull here. Oh, it's the Thrill Kill Assassin from that banned fighting game with the Straitjacket Man. We've also got us Wingcrafter. It's from the Notch's first video game idea. Sunrise Seeker, very well-known rare card. Art by Flip Bourbon. Next up we got the Inferno Jet. Sorcery, 6 drop, 6 damage. That means it's a good card. Fury Charm, another red card. It's 2 drop, choose 1, and there's 3 options. That's a 2 drop, but you have 3 options. You're not going to find value like that in Magic the Gathering nowadays. This is a good value MTG card for your red destruction deck. Take down. Good for all you wrestling fans out there. Now the deck flips itself over, and we better flip over to this side. Yes, we want to make sure we're getting the blank back up here so it's more of a surprise. Hashapop! Honed Kopish! Yeah, he gets a +1 attach blades. Scribe of the Mindful's a human cleric. It's not quite as good as a Planeswalker like good old Soggy over here, but then we got a Decision Paralysis. Kefnet, the God of Knowledge, said, I see only what is possible. A trained mind can explore the impossible, and that really is all that you gotta say about this card. It's a critical card for any blue Deception deck. Magma Spray for all your red damage needs. 2 damage. It's like Lightning Bolt, but less iconic. Siegecraft, another one of those Notchcraft cards. We got us some Goblin Bang Chuckers. And then Moss Monster. Glen Angus original. This thing's worth some money. You can tell it's a white border. You don't get many of those nowadays. And you want to make sure that the center on this is pretty good, so your BGS is going to get probably a good 8.3 on the BGS, not the 10.1 on the PSA. Vastwood Gorger. It's a worm. It's pretty much necessary for any kind of good worm deck. Then we got us the Fugitive Wizard. It's not necessarily an iconic blue card, but he fits in very well with a blue-green abysmal cross-fusion deck, if you know the classic tournament play of 99. Clutch of Currents. Returns target creature to owner's hand. You can awaken it as well. If you don't know what awaken is, then why are you even watching this channel? Fugitive Wizard, by the way, is on another. And he's a white border. Keep track of actually the white borders. We should be putting in a separate pile over here to keep them nice and gem crystal mint. And we got us some Skywatcher Adept. Another merfolk for that, you remember episode 297, we got the merfolk collection starting to kick up into high. Fury Charm, once again, 2-drop, 3 options, best value you're going to get in Magic the Gathering. Bastion and Forces. Now this is weird, interesting story behind this card is they stole an idea for a video game character off this, because it's a dwarf soldier 3-2 but a 3-drop. He's practically a mobile artillery cannon, sheer drop, destroy target tap region. This is a perfect defense card for your white punish deck. We got us contract killing. I know all about that, baby. I'm gonna tell you that. Clogworker's Pugglenot is a artifact from back when they switched the artifact color to blue. Everyone knows the true artifact color is brown, but you gotta play with the kids nowadays. You gotta play by their rules. And we got us some Inferno Jet, more of that red damage. Spike, Einok Bondkin. It's a Hound Soldier for all your Seek and Destroy white decks. And the Spark Jolt, some more of that red rage. Dutiful Return. Return up to 2 creature cards from graveyard to your hand. This is for that Recycle deck, you know, the Black Necro blue box. And we got us Forge Devil. This is for your Satan deck. This is the one you play when you just, you know, the classic Satan 96 deck. This is from the update from 2013 where you want to just make your parents think you worship the devil. Unyielding Kruma. This is an Orc Warriors from that Games Workshop crossover. I still don't know if that concept's gonna play out, but we'll see, you know. Blood Craze Hoplite. I like the original Hoplite, the white color Hoplite. That was the Chalice Drinker Hoplite. The Blood Craze Hoplite from that sequel is not all that up my alley. Plummet! And then we got Ugin's Insight. Ugin is a classic Magic the Gathering character. There ain't no one. It's a 5-drop. That's a Ugin classic. Ugin's cards all 5 drops. For those of you who don't know, it's one of the secrets Richard Garfield baked into the game on day 1. Izali's Diviner is a human druid, and you might think there's a character card, but it's not. There's actually as many diviners in this as you want. And then we're down here, Brood Hunter Worm, 9 creatures, Zendikar, adapted to live under the rocks. This is for the swamp crawler decks from back when they was doing that expansion with all the token moss creatures. That's a bit of a follow-up for the true fans. Iron Tread Crusher! It's kind of like the Juggernaut. But it uses Crew 3, it's brought up to the 21st century. The Juggernaut, Flying Juggernaut's a classic. Cathar Shield, there's another piece of equipment. This is for when you're doing your campaign games, you want to equip your characters for the long run. Fathom Fleet Firebrain, he's a little pirate garbage. Swamp, here we go. There's a Richard Wright. It's not a damn Fraser, I don't know, but it goes in the land pile. And whoa! This one's upside down. Oh, that goes in the rare upside down pile. I think Sandstone Bridge Land. Absolutely. That right there is the epic rare. And then we got us a Dispel. You know, who ain't seen a Dispel in their life? Teolani's Knight. Used to be real into this card back in 8th, but then we moved on to 12th edition. I just don't really care anymore. Lifecraft Cavalry has Trample, and that's always going to go on my top list. Trample's the top tier ability. Dunes of the Dead Land. Then we got us Claustrophobia. I don't even know what that is. Kari Bomber, this is a gold bird shaman. This goes back to the Legends cards. Oh, we got to keep this one over in the Legends pile. That's for my gold deck I've been building. Just waiting for some of that gold land to come out. Shadow Alley Denizen, Vampire Rogue. I don't roll with the vampires anymore. Not since I had Vampire Thrall. Shadow Alley Denizen. What? We can't have 2 of these. Oh, this one's gotta go over here. Alright, next up we got Goblin Spankers. Mountain Walk. That's for when you play in your red. You keep this in your sideboard. Now, this is just to make those other red players who think they're going to be the Reds who win the tournament. You make their red decks cry, and you make the player cry because you play this anti-red card, and you say, I'm the only red deck in this tournament. Sucker. Will of the Naga. Tap 2 creatures. I remember the original Will of the Naga was tap 1 creature. This must be some kind of it's from the Double Moon set. I prefer single moon play. I know it's not tournament legal. Ballistic Gods. Defenders and Extort. I don't like extortionists in my decks. They're going to the bottom of the get pile for the right-hand side. Swiftwater Glyphs, dual land, perfect card, 10 out of 10, gem mint as you can see. And we're gonna put this over here. Now, that's the right-hand side pile. We got a pretty good haul here. We got, let's see, this is approximately, let's see how the hand feel this card is. That's about $40 right there. And then we got us the lands, the land pile. Lands, some of the most valuable cards in Magic. This is another easily $80. 20, 20, 20, 20. And then we got the gold card. Gold cards are practically made of gold. That's easy, $50 right there. So what was that? 50, 50, 100, 140. And then we got us these two white borders, 100 each. That's $240 right there. Time for the next 50 cards. But before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor, Clear Bags. Now, I know what you're saying. A lot of people still like to individually sleeve their cards like some kind of wimps. You want to shuffle your cards like a chump, you can do that. But if you want to have a real good time with your cards, baby, you put them all into a clear bag sleeve. This is a deck sleeve. This holds an entire deck. You just look at it, 50-card deck, tournament legal. 50-card deck, you stick it in here. You want to shuffle before you play and you win the Grand Prix, win your $8 million prize. You say, hey, deck shuffle, first hand. And look at that, perfect first hand. We got a 3-drop, we got a 1-drop, we got another one, 3 1-drops and 2-drop and 3-drop. We got 6-drop for the future, 5-drop for the near future, another 1-drop. This is a perfect hand. You're gonna win games with this hand. You just tap everything else, you summon them all out, you won the game. And not only that, but your cards are gem mint because you had them in a clear bag, clearbags.ca. Now, that right-hand side pile. We got a gem mint, perfect right-hand side pile. But this left-hand side pile, oh, baby, this is going to be the real diggity. Now, let's flip over to the rare side, see what our rares are. We got a Built to Smash. That's my lifestyle. Another 1-drop for a 3/3, turns into a 4-drop, perfect card. We got us Royal Mage's Trick, Converge, draw a card, that's stupid. We got us Headwater Sentries, Merfolk, that goes for the fish deck. Now, this goes with a bipedal fish deck. There's a difference. Bipedal fish deck's for the merfolk, and then the non-bipedal fish deck is for all the things that don't have limbs. Then we got his Undead Servant, goes with your zombie deck. Who ain't heard of one of those? That's Rote, goes in the zombie pile. Open Fire, instant damage, red damage pile. We got his Earth Elemental Creature, 5-drop, 4/5, and a big, huge lot of text. And the whole point, you might think, well, what's the point of this creature? I'm gonna tell you what the point of this creature is. You see the 5-drop. Your opponent says, what does it do? And you get the opponent to read the whole story of the Earth Elemental. And then, while they're doing that, you steal their deck, put it on the table, put the replacement deck out. You're going to win, and they're not even going to know what happened. They're still reading the Earth Elemental card. Prying questions. I hate prying questions. I hate talking about the past. Ironclad Slayer, Human Warrior. I've been talking about prying questions. Got me so confused. Look at that. I'm pulling from the wrong side of the deck. Flip this over. What was the one we saw? Weirded Vampire. I told you about the vampire pile. That goes over here with the vampire pile. I know where it all is. I'm an ace player, all right? When you play enough Magic, you know where all your cards are. Cartouche of Solidarity. Now, this goes, the Cartouche deck is a good, solid concept deck. A lot of people, they talk smack on the Cartouche deck, but me, good old Soggy, I know what a Cartouche deck is good for. That goes with the Open Fire pile. That's where your only clue I'm giving you as to the true nature of the Cartouche deck. You find me at the World Series 2018, find out the rest. Brute Strength goes with the red Cartouche pile. Tie, Crop Elite, this goes over here under the zombies. Again, you'll understand later on once I show you my sideboard for the World Championships. Blazing Folly goes over here. Gruesome Deformity. Creatures Intimidate. This is a quandary. Intimidation is something the zombie is capable of and that death is capable of. Now, do I want this to go with the zombie deck or my death deck? Now, obviously, the way you do it, the good old Richard Garfield way, is you take your discard card, and you flip it. All right, it's going over the red deck. Next card is Pacifism. Next card is Storm Element. That's more like it. Yeah. Then we got us a Bird Raptor. It's kind of like a Bird Raptor, but the Bird Raptor is from the tree deck. Bird Raptor is from the Bird Dinosaur deck. Vex. General, baby. That's my lifestyle. Shoal Serpent. This is the cards are starting to suck. Glimpse in the future. What's the Darksteel Axe Indestructible? The Indescribables of Darksteel. Are these knockoff cards? Painful lesson? This is Fiend Binder bound by Moods Aegis Star Couple. Does I not know? Wait a second. Dwarven Fiend bound Tialani's Dispel Aegis. This is the secret 6-card rare. Back in the day, they used to have the Mox Gems and the Black Lotus 6 cards of power. My God Almighty. I have the throbbing fiend bound to Yolani's Dispel Aegis. It's a secret laid into the DNA of Magic the Gathering by Richard Garfield himself back in 1991. This is a card I didn't think I'd ever see in my days. This gets its own special clear bag. Fresh from the sack. I'm putting this one away. This is an easy PSGBA 11 grade. Oh, I'm gonna be rich, baby. Why do I even need the rest of these cards? Let's have a look here. Star Compass, Ravenous, Upside Down card, Scarlet Cascade. Okay, you go over in that pile. The Fathom Fleet here. What does any of this matter? I'm gonna be rich. Ah, wait, this one has the hologram mark. This could be, just in case some conspiracy theorists decide to band together and put into motion the gears to prevent me from getting my riches with this. The hologram mark down here. Now, usually a hologram card is a whole card. A hologram oval. Now, that's a true rare. That took some artisanry and that took some skill to apply. I'm keeping this one to one side. Soggy's gonna be rich one way or another. Ain't nothing. Rest of these cards are garbage. Anyway, that's been another opening sesh 400 with Soggy Hamhocks my hands. And let me make my hands small and come back around to say hello to you again. Now. Remember, camera focus. Remember, if you want to see some more of this hot, fresh Magic the Gathering content, then you better ring that subscribe button, blast that bell, and always stay tuned for some more Soggy's Magic the Gathering content.